Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review on the new Revolution Pro Brow Powder Duo. So in this video I'm going to actually be doing a little comparison as well. So I'm going to compare the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo with the new Revolution Pro Brow Powder Duo. So yeah, they both look quite similar, and I think Revolution has tried to dupe this because a lot of the shade names are the same as the Anastasia one, the packaging looks very similar, and just the product in general just looks quite like it. And obviously Revolution are known to dupe quite a lot of brands, so I'm really excited about this. You guys know that I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo all the time on my brows, so yeah, I'm really excited to see how this is going to go. And before we get started with the video, make sure you are subscribed to my channel and remember to give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and also come and follow me over on Instagram. I'll just leave my handle up there for you. So yeah, if you want to see a review on the new Revolution Pro Brow Powder and a little comparison to the ABH Brow Powder Duo, then let's get started. Okie dokie, so this is what the Revolution Pro Brow Powder Duo looks like right here. Really nice packaging for it. It's black, it has a little bit of kind of rose gold right here where it says Pro, so Revolution Pro, and it has a little mirror inside there, and that is the product inside. So as you can see, it's a duo. We have a slightly lighter powder and then we have a darker powder, and this one is in the shade dark brown. Now this is also a cruelty free and vegan brow powder. So the Anastasia one is this one right here. I'm sure you guys have seen this a lot, but as you can see, it's quite similar packaging. You know, this one's more of a glossy front on it, this one's more kind of matte, but it does have a little bit of rose gold just here where it says Pro, and of course the Anastasia logo is rose gold. But inside you can see it has a mirror just like the Revolution one, and then that is the powder there. And as you can see, I've used a lot of this powder, well, especially the dark shade. That is a shade that I use most in this little duo. They do look pretty similar. The Revolution Pro one is a little bit bigger than the ABH one, but I'll give you a little close up. You can see there that the shades are pretty similar. By looking at the pan, the Revolution one does look a little bit more cool tone than the ABH one, but they still look fairly similar. So I don't know if I mentioned the ABH one is in the shade dark brown as well. Okay, so I'm going to get started and I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can see. I'm just going to put my hairband in. What I'm going to do is apply the Revolution Pro one to one of my brows first, and then I'll go in with the ABH one and see, you know, if it compares to it. I'm going to use the same brush as well. This is the brush that I always use for my brows. It's from BH Cosmetics. It was in a little set, so I don't think it's available anymore, but this is the one that I really like. I do have another brow brush from Anastasia, but I use it for a couple of days or about a week, and then I always go back to this. I don't know, I just really enjoy this one. It is starting to get a little bit frayed though, which I'm really sad about because I don't think I can get it anymore. But what I'm going to do is, after I've applied the Revolution Pro one, I'm going to clean the brush off and then use the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo on the other side. So when looking at the pan, the Revolution Pro one looks a little bit darker than the ABH one, but when you actually swatch them, like I swatched it in my drugstore haul video, you seen in that the Revolution Pro one was a little bit lighter than the Anastasia one, which is quite good because obviously I like my brow powder to be quite more cool tone, if you know what I mean. And I was quite worried actually that this was a bit too cool tone when I first got it, you know, compared to the Anastasia one. But when I swatched it, it was a little bit warmer than the ABH one, which was actually quite good because then I know it's not going to be too cool tone for my brows, and obviously I don't like it to be too warm tone because obviously it then goes a little bit too kind of ginger looking, you know, for my brows, which doesn't match well with my hair. So I'm going to start with the Revolution Pro one. I'm hoping this shade will be good for my brows because there is another one that they brought out called Soft Brown, I think it is, but I think it might be a bit too warm for my brows. So when I'm doing my brows, I don't really sculpt them too much. I just kind of follow my natural shape and just kind of fill in all the sparse areas really. Yeah, like I know some people like to really, you know, sculpt out their brows, things like that. I cannot do that. I just can't master that really, so I just follow my natural brow shape, and like that's just the way I like it really. I'm just using the dark side of this duo here. I feel like this shade is just going to be perfect on its own for my brows rather than the other shade, you know, in the pan. But we'll see. I suppose I could probably use the lighter shade for like this part right here. Yeah. Okay, so far we're looking quite good there. I still got to fix the bit right here, which I'll do in a minute. I'm just trying to tidy this bit up here. Overall, I'm really liking the shade. You know, the shade is perfect, so I was really kind of worried that it was going to be too cool tone and too like ashy, but it's not. Like, it's a great shade. So I'm now going to get in with this lighter shade just right here. I'm going to pick a little bit of that up, and I'm just going to apply that right at the front of my brow. Now I think that brow looked quite good. Yeah, like I'm very happy about that. Like I said, I don't have a specific sort of like technique or shape that I do to basically fill in my brows. I just sort of go over my natural shape really, and like I'm just done. But yeah, so far I really like that. I like the shade of that. Okay, so I've got a wipe here that I'm going to wipe off the Revolution Pro powder. I'm going to wipe that off just now and then dry it. So I've now wiped this off, and as you can see it is clean, like nothing's coming off my brush there. I'm now going to get in with the Anastasia / ABH brow powder duo now, and this one again is in the shade dark brown. This is the only brow product that I use, like brow powder that I use for my brows right now. I've been using this for about 8 or 9 months now, and I just love it. It's been the best brow powder that I've ever tried. I have tried many other ones and they just haven't been the right shades, and I just haven't really liked the powders in them. But this one has great powder, great pigmentation, great formula, just overall great colour. But I think this Revolution Pro one is going to be a contender for it, because right now this is looking really good. So I'm just using the dark side, well what's left of the dark side in this duo. I'm going to use a little bit of this for the inner part of my brows, just so that it matches with this side. Just going in with a little bit of the lighter shade here. I'm just going to use that to fill in the front part here. Not that it makes too much of a difference really. Like my whole brows, I don't really fade my brows, you know. A lot of people like fade their brows, you know, out or in. I don't know, but some people have quite a faded part right here. I don't really do that much because I just can't really. I think the Anastasia side is a little bit neater. Like I feel like the eyebrows are a little bit sharper, if you know what I mean. Like it's a bit sharper at the top of the brow, under the brow, and slightly more to the edge there. I don't know if this is actually quite my good, I think this is my good brow compared to this side. I think actually, but anyway, yeah, I feel like it's a little bit tidier and more neater. It may be to do with the powder, because I feel like the powder sort of clings to this brush a bit more with the, you know, the Anastasia. Cleaning off my brush again, I'm just going to go in with a bit of the Revolution Pro powder again, just to sort of like sharpen up. So we'll see if I can sharpen up the top of my brow right there. Okay, so this is what we've got now, and I feel like this one could be a bit neater. Like, you know, I could probably go in with concealer, really sharpen this top bit up there, but like I've done all my face makeup, so that's just too much work and hassle right now, so I'm not going to do that. But so I think my thoughts on this. I do think that they are very similar. Like I would say these are very very, very similar. So we'll just skip over the packaging and everything like that, because obviously we can see they are quite similar, not completely similar, because this is shiny, this is more matte, so I think there's a little bit of difference there. However, the actual powder inside is very, very, very similar. The shade is also basically the same. So in terms of the formula of the powder, I would say that the Revolution Pro one is a little bit looser than the Anastasia one, and I say that because when you actually apply it to the brows, I feel like the Anastasia one grips more to the brush. You know, you get a little bit more of a precise application, you know, with the powder, whereas I feel like this one here from Revolution Pro is just a little bit more loose and somewhat a little bit messier. Like, I wouldn't say really, really messy. Like, as you can see from my brows here, in person this one does look a lot better in terms of sharpness, you know. Like, it just could be my good brow ruler. I don't even know if I have a good brow ruler. I think this one might be better. I'm not too sure. Like, just in terms of tidiness and everything like that, I do think the Anastasia one is a little bit tidier. However, I feel like the formula is quite similar really. I'm really impressed with it, and this is only £4, and this one from Anastasia is 20, I think. I'll just check that, but my god, that is such a saving. Like, that is such a saving, and like I said, it's barely, that you can barely see that my eyebrows are different. You would have think I used the same powder for both eyebrows there. So yeah, I would definitely say it's a very near dupe. So what I'm going to do just to finish off my brows, I'm going to apply some of my Benefit Ready Set Brow. This is a little mini one that I've had for a long time actually, and it's still going well. I really do like this from Benefit, so I feel like I should get the fuller size pretty soon. So yeah, I'm just going to use this to set the brow hairs in place. It will also take away the kind of powder look from the brows as well. Okay guys, so that's me finished with my brows, and I am really impressed with the Revolution Pro Brow Powder Duo. Like, I think it just looks very, very similar to the Anastasia one, which is great. So I'll definitely be using this more often. As you can see, like, my brows are not the exact same. Of course, brows are sisters, not twins, you know, so they're not like symmetrical to each other really. But I like how they're looking right now. I feel like they are, you know, tidy. So yeah, I can say that this is very near a dupe because like, as you can see, they look very, very similar. My brows, in terms of colour, in terms of how it went on, like the formula and that. Of course, like, I have only applied this. I don't know if maybe, you know, the Revolution one might not last as long as the Anastasia one. Like, you know, the powder might start to disappear. I don't know, but if it does, I will let you know in the description box or the comment section. In the description box, I'll let you know. I'll let you know how it wears throughout the day. But yeah, so I would definitely say it's a very near dupe, especially this shade. This is the shade Dark Brown, you know, from Revolution Pro and Anastasia. Of course, there's like Soft Brown, there's Blonde, and like there's other shades as well that Revolution Pro brought out. So some of those shades might not be the same shades as the Anastasia one. Very, very impressed with this. I'm happy to say that this is basically a dupe. So, and I'm really excited with this actually, because this is the first sort of like video that I've done where I've discovered a dupe myself, if you know what I mean, and then tested it. So yeah, very happy about this. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. I really hope you liked and enjoyed it. I would love to know what you think about my brows, you know, down below in the comment section. Do you think they look similar to each other? Because obviously I do, but I would love to know what you think. That's it. Thank you so much for watching guys. If you liked the video, then remember to give it a big thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button just down below, and I will speak to you very soon in my next video. Bye! Mwah.